Good afternoon. We're live here in Aztec, New Mexico, beautiful Aztec, New Mexico, and it is a big time over-the-heel matchup here. It's a junior high matchup, Stephen. We got the Aztec Tigers taking on the Bloomfield Bobcats. Aztec 2-0 on the season. Bloomfield 1-2, but throw the record books out of the way. It don't matter.
That's right. This is always a fun game to watch. We're so thankful that we got to come here today and do this game, and that you guys get to see it. I know there's a lot of people that have a hard time getting here at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but folks, here we are. It's going to be a good day for some football. These 8th graders are going to love getting to be on a live stream, so we've already been hearing about it.
Well, here comes Bloomfield. They're going to kick the football off. They're in white jerseys, royal blue pants, royal blue helmets. The Aztec Tigers in all black and orange, and here we go. We're getting set. 8 minutes on the clock here shortly. I actually believe that that's what they're waiting for. So
yeah, they're trying to get that clock reset.
So hey, that's all right. We got started just a little bit early. We got Corey Kitchens running production for us, and then of course a new member to the team, to the family. Actually, he's been with us for the family. Just officially full-time joined us to run cameras for us and help out with production. That's Jacob Olgeen, and then of course myself, Steven, and Albert Velarde here, and we're still waiting to get the clock to 8 minutes.
We got our guy down there on the field, Adrian. He's in the bottom right hand of the screen. He actually works for Desert Sports Live, and he's down there getting some pictures and getting us some B-roll for our social media stuff. We appreciate him showing up today as well. Adrian, we've been working with Adrian for a couple years as well. He was over at PV and he graduated, and he's helping us out. So soon as we get that clock reset, it still says 23 minutes. They're trying to figure out how to get the clock working. And everybody's looking up here. Bloomfield
1-2 on the season, Stephen. They lost to Mesa View and Heights Junior High. Their one win is, at least up to this point, is against Shiprock. And then Aztec 2-0 on the season. And they just had their game last Thursday canceled due to lightning and weather. So Aztec missing out on a game thus far, and we just can't figure out how to get the old 8-minute on there, but they're doing it now.
And also, real quick, while we're waiting, go and check us out on social media. We're on Facebook at Desert Sports Live. We're on YouTube at Desert Sports Live. Our website, www.desertsportslive. We got we're not doing it today on NFHS, but we do push the games to NFHS as well. And also, I had something else I was going to say. I completely spaced it. But follow us on all of our social media.
Well, there's kickoff. It's taken at the 20, out of the 25, looking across the 30. He gets tripped up past the 35-yard line onto the first kickoff of the game. So the Aztec Tigers will make their way out onto the field. That was number 50 on the return for the Tigers. That's Jaden Allen.
Jaden Allen with the first carry of the game for the Aztec Tigers on the kickoff. That's what I was going to say. Message us on the live chat on YouTube. Send us a shout-out, or 505-701-2222, and we will give you a shout-out over the air.
Still a clock issue.
Absolutely, we will. Oh, yep. I just realized they went the opposite way.
So it counted up instead of counting down.
I've never seen that.
But I'll tell you
before.
What, we got Corey over here on our clock, and it is dead on. So that's about what it should be. Is about 7:46 there. It was 18 seconds.
It was a run. And hey, for those of you who follow us on social media, you'll see a short clip, as well as on our Garage Guys Sports Talk Show, a clip that Steven put on there with number 50, Jaden Allen, taking it all the way to the house from about probably the 40, 45-yard line. So he's quite the load to bring down. Expect him to run the football a number of times tonight, as well as getting the ball into the hands of Cash Sagata. You had another clip of him, Steven, where he really, the opposing team had a tough time getting him down as well.
Yeah, he made a nice one-handed catch. He goes out and catches passes. And then we also had number 32 in one of those clips. That's Kellen Armstrong that was in those clips. I had a good time, and credit to Mandy Sagata. She's the one that sent me those video clips, and we appreciate that. And I was going to say, I'm glad that came up, is if you do field reporting for us and you send us video clips, we will absolutely use those and put them out on either social media, on our sports show, whatever we need to do, but send those things into us.
There's a snap, direct snap to Allen. Number 50 just pushing forward. He gets tripped up around the 40, falls forward for a couple of extra yards. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. And that's what we just talked about, seeing Jaden Allen a lot tonight behind the center.
Yeah, he is a load to bring down, and that's what they do, is they just direct snap it to him and let him head out. Now he's going to be up on the line, and we've got, is that Armstrong back there in the back, number 32, taking the direct snap.
Yeah, Keegan Keller, number 32 in the backfield, and he's going to have a high snap, but he handles it. He's going to have the first down across the 50 to the 45, now the 40, still on his feet to the 30 after number 17 for the Bobcats. That's Zechariah Valdez, had that open field, saving a touchdown tackle.
Sorry, I was saying Armstrong because that 5 looked like a 3 to me. You're right, Keegan Keller, but that was a great run by Keegan as he makes his way over here to the left side. He had some good blocking, broke a couple of tackles, and gets down the field for a nice gain as the Aztec Tigers come out here on this first drive, and they are just moving the ball efficiently.
Still direct snap, and it's way over Jaden's head. That's probably the 3rd time he's gotten a high snap, as well as a snap to Keller. On the previous play, Stephen, was air meld. So they got to get that center under control, just have a conversation with them and say, you're putting way too much on it. They lost some huge yards on that play, Stephen. It looks like a loss of 13 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 23.
Yeah, he tried to pick it up and take off. It took, I was counting, there's only 3 players from Bloomfield that didn't tackle him on that play.
Like we said, he's a big guy to bring down. Giacomo now in the backfield. He's the quarterback. Swing pass to number 10. Bloomfield all over that, and it's going to should be incomplete.
Yeah.
Are they going to call face mask possibly on that play as he got tackled up around the head area, Stephen? But the pass was intended to the running back Gomez. Just Gomez looked upfield too early and dropped it.
Yeah, he came across with his hand, and I don't know if he got the face mask or not, but the refs all flew through their flags. That was Marsing, number 1, and we were talking about that before we got on air. Marsing, he was one of the main players for Bloomfield last year in that championship Yaffle game that did a lot of work for them, and I imagine we're going to be calling his name quite a bit today. I think he runs the quarterback position as well.
Sure does, and there was 15-yard face mask, and yeah, you called it, Stephen. The flags came flying in immediately, so it was an easy call for them. Now 32, that's Keegan Keller in the backfield again for the Tigers. 2nd down and 14. It's a direct snap to Keller, going to the far side, and nice open field tackle by the Bobcats, Stephen. He had all day to run on the outside, got tripped up. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, Tatum Higgins got through there and was able to get a hand on his ankles and trip him up. If he doesn't do that, then Keller, he's got a lot of running room ahead of him. You know, that 15-yard penalty actually helped them out, but I mean, they're still 3rd and, 16, or I believe it's 3rd and 16, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they lost more yardage on that play. Yeah. So under center now with DiGiacomo. Number 10, Gomez, the running back in the backfield. There's looks like defensive encroachment. Yep, the official on the far side says Bloomfield jumped. So tack on another 5 yards. But, Stephen, I got a feeling this is 4-down territory for the Tigers. It brings up 3rd down and almost 11 now, I believe, close to it. So Aztec still got a ways to go.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I mean, they're not. I don't believe they're going to punt it from here. And look, they're going to call a time. Are they calling a timeout, or is that an official? Okay, Bloomfield called the timeout, and yeah, that clock kept running, didn't it?
30 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, they ran 30 extra seconds off the clock before they called that timeout, because when that penalty happened, that clock should have stopped.
Sure did. It should have. Sometimes when you get to these junior high games, you get people that are, just, hey, I'll donate my time to come up here, and they don't always know how to run the clock, so we'll give them some grace. And and keep it rolling. But, hey, our guy Corey's got the clock handled, so that's what matters for us. But, you know, Aztec running the football heavy here, Steven. I like to see them push it up straight up the middle between the tackle and tackle, where they try to push it outside all the time. Man, you got those big, huge, bruising running backs. Steven, get them right up behind your offensive line and give them some lanes to choose from.
Well, yeah, and I mean, not only do they have those big bruising running backs, they got a big bruising line up there. Like, get those guys to open up that hole for you and just take it right up the middle of the field. But you're right, so far it's been outside. It's been a sweep to the outside one way or the other. But now we got DeGiacomo back in there at the quarterback position.
And he's a dual-threat quarterback. He can tuck and go himself. He's got a ton of speed. 3rd down and 11 for the Tigers. There's a direct handoff to the up back, number 10, Cooper Gomez. And he is able to pick up some decent yards, Steven. So you go for it from here. I think it's going to bring up 4th down and 5.
Yeah, and it's just like you said. They hand it off. They pick up 5 yards. I mean, if you're picking up 3 to 5 yards on every run, that's a first down. So if I was Aztec, until they stop it, I would just keep pounding it straight down the field.
Yeah, Bloomfield running a 3-4 defense, 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. And Aztec in shotgun formation. It's the pistol formation. There's a snap. 2-step drop, looking downfield. He's open, Steven. The ball was thrown short, though. If DeGiacomo lays that out in front of him, he is walking into the end zone. He threw it behind him, incomplete, and it's a turnover on downs. Bloomfield's defense holds their ground.
Yep, good job by the Bloomfield defense. He did have time DeGiacomo had time to throw the ball there, but he threw it a little bit behind his receiver and ends up falling out of bounds safely for the Bobcats, and they will take over on downs. And we have Aztec coming out. Looks like they're going to, are they running that 3-4 as well? I'm waiting to see what they, no, they have 4. They have 4 down linemen.
4-4-2 is what Aztec's running.
Yep, there it is.
And number 1, that's Jaden Marsing in the backfield running this offense for the Bloomfield Bobcats. There's a quick pass completion, so that's how you want to get things started, Steven. A completion at number 17. That's Zachariah Valdez. Gains 4 yards, bring up 2nd down and 6.
Looks like they're going to run a no-huddle offense. They're going to run quick. You're right. I like that play. I like that quick pass right there. Get you your yardage and get you moving down the field.
So the Bobcats, 2 receivers to each side of the field. Pistol formation in the backfield. Quarterback is going to roll out our way. That's Marsing. He's going to complete the pass to number 17 again, and I'm not sure that was Zachariah Valdez. I'm not sure if he got back to the original line of scrimmage, but it looks like he did. Should bring up 3rd down and 6. No gain.
I was going to say that was a great job by Marsing to keep his focus downfield to see that he had a receiver, because he was fixing to take a big loss there. Still makes the pass and connects with his receiver. You're right. I don't know if they got back to the original line of scrimmage, but he was able to not take a big loss. I looked like they were fixing to move the chain marker back
a yard,
but it looks like he made it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Same offense for the Bobcats. 3rd and 6 still. There's motion. That was number 17. It's going to be a swing, a pitch out to the outside to the running back, number 21, Uriah Pretty Boy. Excellent football name, huh? Pretty Boy. You got to like that. Got it to the original line of scrimmage again, so there was no yardage gained on the sweep, but there's a flag.
Yeah, it's going to go against Bloomfield, but that's going to bring up 4th down. Is Aztec going to accept that penalty, you think? Or that play just took, I was going to say that play took too long to develop, and it got stretched way out, too far out to that other side of the field. You're going to have to go north and south at some point. Yeah, it's an illegal shift. They can decline it and push it to 4th down. I still think Bloomfield punts if it's 4th down from where they're at, or you take them back and you give them another opportunity at 3rd down. I decline it and just see if Bloomfield's going to punt or Bloomfield. They're going to take it. Yeah. All right. Well, brings up 3rd down and 11 now for the Bobcats as they mark the ball on the 25-yard line. Shotgun formation, Marsing in the backfield. He's got Pretty Boy lined up to the left. They're going to pass the ball. It's completed. He's got a block. And 1st down, Steven. So there you go. Aztec's coaching staff decides to accept the penalty. You gave them another play, and they capitalize with a pass to number 83,
Eason Higgins.
Well, and I didn't see who the number was, but whoever that other receiver was out there in front of him, he was blocking two guys, and that's what opened up, who'd you say it was, number 12?
Yeah, 83, Eason Higgins.
Higgins to get around that corner and make that first down.
Marsing directing traffic out there. They're going to go trips to the far side. Bloomfield with a new set of downs. First down and 10 from the 42. Marsing is going to move Pretty Boy, his running back, to the right side of him now. Heavy on the far side. There is motion. There's a snap, jet sweep, handoff. And he's going to fumble the football. It's on the ground. Bloomfield looks like they recovered it, but that was a huge hit by number 92. Came in there and blew him up, but Bloomfield recovers the ball. It stays with Bloomfield.
I wish these numbers were in order because I'm looking for 92 on the roster, but that was a huge hit. I don't even see
Riley Clark.
Okay, there it is. I don't know why the numbers are all out of order on the. Is it because it's?
That's how they sent it to us, unfortunately.
It's in alphabetical order by their last names instead of their numbers. That's why they're all over the place. But great hit by Riley Clark, and Aztec comes up with a huge play as that'll drop them 3 yards back. Second and 13.
So Bloomfield looking to get things moving. Shotgun formation. There's the snap. Quick pass. And I don't know if the quarterback in Marsing was expecting somebody to stop at the 40, Stephen, but the pass was intended, or at least it landed in front of the feet of number 18. That is Christian Phillips, and it's incomplete.
Well, Zachariah Valdez was right. It went right behind him, and it looked like some miscommunication. He looked back like, was I supposed to stop there? So I'm with you. I'm not sure exactly who that was supposed to go to. Just a little bit of a miscommunication. So 3rd and 13 now for Bloomfield.
See if they have a play in their playbook for this. They did it last time. There's the pass out into the flats, and number 12 had it completed. Stephen, Joe Vital had it in Vital, I think is actually how we say it. So Joe Vital had it right in his hands. Beautiful throw by Marsing. Just couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, and there, whoever, I think it was number 24 for Aztec, got his hand out there, and I don't think he touched it. But when you're a receiver, that's Kenyon Douglas. I think that's who that was. And it causes you to think the ball's going to get hit, and that might have been what didn't allowed him to miss that pass. But Aztec comes up with a big stop. Bloomfield's going to be punting the ball.
Never stop the clock again.
So 2 possessions back-to-back, one by each team, and the defense holds their ground on both sides. So deep to return the kick, number 50 for Aztec. That's going to be shanked to the sideline. And the official might want to get out of the way there.
Oh, man.
It's going to roll, and I don't know what number 17 or 11 was thinking there, Stephen, but he's going to have a talking to, number 17. Yeah. That almost hit him.
Yeah, that's not, you don't want to be standing anywhere near that. You just run away, and he stood there like I think he thought about picking it up, but fortunately it does not hit him. And Aztec will take over on their own 41-yard line here to start this second drive. And Corey's right. They just let that clock run and run and run and run, and now the quarter's over. Like, they never stopped the clock.
Nope.
They didn't stop the clock on the incomplete pass. They didn't. So like I don't know. The refs are going to have to. They're going to have to communicate.
He's going to put time back on the clock.
Yeah.
40 seconds.
I think he's keeping the time down on the field. Yeah, they're going to put 40 seconds back up on the clock because, they had that incomplete pass before they punted, and they never stopped the clock. And then they punted, and the ball, they called dead ball, and the clock still didn't stop. It just kept running and running and running. So now they're going to try to figure out how to get the clock set at 40 seconds. We're waiting on that now, but it will be 1st and 10 for the Aztec Tigers from their own 41-yard line. And so far, the defenses on both of these teams have held strong and not allowed the other into the end zone. Looks like we're going to have that direct snap going to number 32, Keegan Keller here again, but they still haven't gotten the clock fixed. We're waiting on that. It's showing 8 minutes up there, and they're trying to get 40 seconds put on the clock. But, folks, once again, if you're out there and you're listening in, send us a text message at 505-701-2222. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from, and we will give you a shout-out over the air, give your player a shout-out over the air, or just on the live chat on YouTube. Let us know there as well, and we will read those out on the air. And I think they're just going to have the refs down on the field, keep the time.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do.
They're having a hard time figuring it out.
I tried to help her, but the keyboard's not working. It's not accepting anything in there. So here we go. There's the snap. Direct snap to number 32, Keller. He's going to try to make one tackler miss. He does. Still on his feet. You know, Steven, when you get tied up like that, it always scares me when you don't get two hands over the football.
Yeah, he had that ball. He's kind of swinging it out there. And you're always afraid somebody's going to come knock it out, or there could be a chance for something bad to happen as well. But I think the good thing is we got Corey on our clock, and he knows when to start it and stop it, so our clock should be close. They finally got 40 seconds up there, but we've got about 5 seconds left in this quarter. So
we'll see how that works out. It's DiGiacomo in shotgun. There's a snap. He's going to roll out to the near side, looking downfield, floats it up. Number 32 is right there, Keller.
Interception.
It is intercepted. Keller had an opportunity, Steven. I don't know if he just didn't fight hard enough for the ball or whatnot, but great concentration by number 21, Uriah Pretty Boy, comes up with a big-time interception.
Well, Keller he was focused on the ball, and I don't think that he knew where Pretty Boy was, and whenever he went to catch it, it just was going right into Pretty Boy's arms, and that was that, and they come up with a big interception. So that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Your score is 0-0, and they'll be switching directions.
Fix your camera.
Oh, yeah, we got to – Corey's making sure that we're getting things taken care of. But, man, defensive first quarter so far, Albert.
You know, and this is what you expect between a Bloomfield Bobcat Aztec Tiger football game, and it don't matter. You could play this in Alaska, and this game is going to be this close every single time that these two teams step out on the field. We said it. You know, this is probably one of the longest and oldest rivalries in high school in this area between Bloomfield and Aztec, and it's no different on the junior high level.
Yeah, it hasn't changed since we were here. That rivalry, over the hill rivalry, is always going to be there, and these two teams, Aztec and Bloomfield, are going to play on Friday night as well over in Bloomfield. We won't be at that game, but that game will be happening on Friday night. So you guys can tune in and check that thing out. Go make sure and support your teams over there.
That's right. Trying to get 8 minutes on the clock here. So we'll see if the official, oh, there we go. She's got it figured out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that keyboard in there, but it's giving them some problems. That's a fact. Oh. There's the snap. Oh, and a big hit. Just met him right in that alley. Steven is number 92 again. Something tells me old Mr. Riley Clark's going to be called a lot, Steve. Man, that was a big shot.
Well, and that was Marsing. He went right up the middle. And, I mean, if you're Coach Stovall over there, you're not liking seeing your quarterback get hit like that. He was running pretty straight up. And was it Riley?
It was Riley.
Riley freaking just lowered his shoulder and just laid into him. But that's going to bring up a 2nd and 8, I believe.
Big hit. There's a snap looking to get downfield. Throws it up in double coverage. Oh, and that should have been a turnover. Definitely should have been intercepted by number 24, the covering secondary player for the Aztec Tigers. He's the 7th grader, I believe, for the Aztec Tigers. Yep, Canyon Douglas. He had it in his hands, just didn't haul it in.
Man, if we call another one of these games, I'm going to have to redo this roster because it is driving me
I just
nuts.
Didn't have enough time to do it today.
I cannot. I know. Well, we got to, folks. It's not Albert's fault. We got a picture of the roster, and it's by last name alphabetical order, and the numbers are all out of sorts on us. So.
Here's the snap. Marsing looking downfield again. Quick throw, incomplete, and it was intended for number 17, Zachariah Valdez. But, Steven, if number, I believe it's 82, Dylan Ashley, turns around, he might have had a chance to catch that.
Yeah, they both ran that flag pattern, and that ball, it went past number 17, that's Valdez. But you're right, he was right there, but he wasn't ready for the ball. I'm sure that was designed to go to Valdez.
So it's 4th down and 8 for the Bobcats. They're going to punt. The score 0-0 in the second quarter. And here comes the kick. It's a good one this time, and right there to catch us, number 32, Keller. He's going to try to turn the corner down here, and he might. He's going to be across the 50, now to the 40. He's going to get wrapped up. That was a big-time save by number 18 on the tackle for the Bobcats. Stephen and Christian Phillips didn't allow Keller to turn the corner. That would have been a lot of trouble.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a huge block by number 50, the big guy, as Keller caught that ball, because he had a guy coming in. And what is number 50's name again? I'm sorry.
Jaden Allen.
Jaden Allen. Like he blew that guy up, and it allowed Keller to take off with the ball. So good return by the Aztec Tigers. They're going to start on the 39-yard line of the Bobcats.
It's DeGiacomo. There's a snap looking downfield. He's got a receiver open again, but it's underthrown again, as number 11 on the intended pass was Levi Baker. Stephen, he got about 2 yards separation from the cornerback. The ball was just underthrown, and he didn't have a chance to run underneath it.
Yeah, the pass, I mean, it didn't look too bad, but it just was underthrown, and he's just lucky that did not turn into another interception. So let's see what the Aztec Tigers come up with here. They've got one to the far side. Is this that heavy package? Is that what we're looking at here?
Yep, they're going single back with 2 wing backs. There's motion. That's Sagata. Look to him to get the ball. He does. He gets the pitch, but Stephen, goodness, that play took, it seemed like 10 seconds just to develop. When you got Sagata back there, you need to get him behind the quarterback, hand it off to him quickly, and let him get upfield. Yeah, and Marsing shot through that line. I don't even know if he was touched. He just got right back there to make that tackle on Sagata. Marsing kind of that do-it-all guy for the Bobcats. I mean, he sniffs out the play pretty quick, and you're right. You're gonna have to get Sagata going downfield quick. You cannot make those long plays, those long developing plays. DeGiacomo with the quick handoff to the running back. It's Cooper Gomez. He rips off some pretty good yardage. Steven puts Aztec in a decent third down spot here. It's third and manageable. That's a big run by number 10 in the running back in Gomez. Yeah, but you saw he just took right off he went straight forward to the left side of the line, got through, and he picks up 7 yards. Now puts Aztec in a fourth down, but it's manageable. They only have 3 yards to get here. I'm hoping that we don't see another long pass on a fourth down. I'd like to see them just get it to Gomez or get it to somebody that can get through that line quick, pick up the first down, and get another set of downs. We'll see what they decide to do. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. It's pistol formation. Quarterback in the backfield, a running back lined up next to him. There's motion, and that's going to be a false start. Aztec's receiver here toward the near side to us took off before the ball was snapped. Actually, the ball hadn't even been snapped. So what was manageable previously, 4th down and 4, is going to now be 4th down and 9. And with the Bloomfield defense, at least the way they're playing right now, Stephen, what do you jump into on the 4th and 8? Pardon me. I mean, it's. I was going to say it's almost easier to guess that they're going to try to throw the ball here than they were on that other down. But we'll see what Aztec comes up with. See if they get somebody loose on the outside. It's DeGiacomo in shotgun formation. There's an audible. Just takes a 2-step drop. He's got plenty of time, and he throws it right into the hands of the linebacker. There was nobody in the area, Steven. The quarterback for Bloomfield and number 1, Jaden Marsing, stepped right in front of it. I don't know if there was a Tiger receiver. He was looking for Sagata, but he didn't see Marsing standing there, and Marsing just stepped right into the passing lane. He tried to throw it on a rope to Sagata instead of putting it over the top, and Marsing just stepped right into it. I mean, it looked like he was throwing it to Marsing. But that's unfortunate for Aztec, but a great defensive play. Once again, Marsing, I think, you're going to be seeing him involved in just about everything for this Bloomfield Bobcats team. And now he'll be running the quarterback position as Bloomfield will be starting on their own 35. We've got 5:40 left here to go in this half, as both these teams have been unable to come up with a score. That's right. 0-0 is your score. I should be paying attention. We got all kinds of stuff coming up on the live chat now. I wasn't paying attention. There's the snap. Straight direct snap to number 1, Jaden Marsing. And he's going to fight forward until he gets knocked down by number 50 in there on the tackle for the Aztec Tigers. That was Allen. And, of course, Marsing with a 4-yard gain. 2nd down and 6. Steven, go ahead. I got Robert Barrera. He says,
says, let's go Tigers. Robert here in Bloomfield. Go Tigers. Great broadcast. I'm trying to see. Great broadcast, gentlemen. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I'll let you call this play real quick, and I'll get to some more.
All right, we got Cash Sagata's family checking in. Thank you guys for streaming this game so we could watch it. There's the throw. It's a short throw, and hey, thank goodness he skipped that off the turf, Stephen, because that would have been an easy pick six as the cornerback who was covering on the play stepped in front of it, but it was too short for everybody.
Yeah, right. It was a good thing it dropped short. And we got Amanda Williams. She says, go Bobcats, and I'm trying to get
Amanda Williams, a good friend of ours, daughters, H.J. Wright's daughter out there in Bloomfield.
We got Ben O'Gean, our other guy, Leo and I, listening from the stands. They're down there listening in the stands.
All right. Well, one of my favorite players is his son, O'Gean, number 1. He ain't playing today, so hopefully he's got a quick recovery. There's a flag, and it looked like one of the Bloomfield players drugged down one of the defensive linemen for the Aztec Tigers. That pass is incomplete. Pending on what the penalty is, it's going to bring up 4th down for the Bobcats.
I'll tell you what, that secondary from Aztec has really kind of stepped up their game, as Marsing just not having a lot of options in that passing game all of a sudden. And I don't know. Let's see what the white hat calls here.
Yep.
I wonder if are they going to take it?
It's a chop block, so they will absolutely take that. That's a
15-yarder. I was going to say, don't give them another opportunity on a 3rd down, but this one's going to drop them way back. So Aztec just needs to, I don't want to say play a prevent defense, but just keep the ball in front of you, make the tackle, and they're going to probably end up punting. But Bloomfield, they've come up with a couple big plays right when they needed it. So let's see what they come up with here. They got all those received, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side, just 1 in the backfield.
Well, you'll probably see a short pass by Bloomfield just to pick some yardage up and then punt the ball away. There's the pass. No, they're going deep in double coverage. Oh, it should have been caught.
In his hands.
Beautiful throw by Marsing, and he hit number 17, Zachariah Valdez, in the breadbasket, and he just couldn't come up with it. But that's a tough catch, Stephen. It was over his shoulder.
Yeah, and if he catches that, Keller's going to have to try to catch up to him and make that tackle. And we got our good friend Chelsea Hampton saying, go Bobcats. Love hearing from Chelsea. And then we got Shanoa Elwood says, way to go, Coop, cheering on her player. And then Matt Douglas, go Cats from practice in B-Town. So we got a lot of people out there watching.
Somebody's at practice. Hopefully that ain't a player. That's probably a parent.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it.
So here comes Bloomfield to punt the football away. What a beautiful throw by Marsing. And I guarantee you Valdez wish he had that one back. The ball is kicked. Oh, and Aztec needs to pay attention. They keep running down the field with their back turned against the ball.
I'm not sure why he just stood there and was looking the wrong direction. I mean, and in his defense, somebody should be yelling at him. Like, he should have teammates saying, get out of the way.
Everybody on the sideline should be saying, whatever their call is that they come up with.
I could hear fans down here yelling it, but I don't know. It didn't seem like anybody was down on the field yelling it.
Turn around. If that ball hits you, it's live. Come on. So it's 1st down and 10 for the Aztec Tigers. They're going to put the ball on the 48-yard line. It's a 0-0 score still here in the 2nd quarter. 4:28 left on the clock. And both of these offenses have really struggled, Stephen. They've gotten a couple of really good plays, and then the defenses on both sides are really stepping up.
Yeah, this has definitely been a defensive battle. And I mean, I think it's everything it was built to be whenever you have these two teams play each other. I mean, they're both coming up big on the defense, and both of these teams, I would have to say, are just a couple of inches away from having a big play. Both of them, and Bloomfield's had a couple, like that last pass to Valdez. If he catches that thing, who knows what happens? He might have been gone. And Aztec, they've had a couple of plays around the end where it looked like they might break it open and don't quite get there. But this whole game has kind of been in between the 20-yard lines.
Gosh, you make a great point because Bloomfield's dropped 2 wide open passes where they've had their receivers open and really got a lot of leverage against the covering secondary defender for Aztec. Just couldn't come up with the catch. Guess what? Aztec has missed 2 of those themselves as well. The ball being underthrown and another one intercepted. They've had some separation. So both of these teams have the passing game available to them. They just haven't come up with the big play. But it's the big guy in the backfield. Direct snap to Allen. Allen trying to stiff arm as many guys as he can. And there's a team of 4 Bobcats that finally bring him down after a gain of 3.
I mean, poor Tatum Higgins. He was in the backfield. He had him dead to rights, but Jaden just stiff arms him to the ground and makes his way up the field and ends up getting about a 3-yard gain or so. We got a player down on the field. Gonna have a official timeout.
I think, unfortunately for the player down on the field, Stephen, he was at the bottom of the pile when they tackled Jaden Allen, and he fell on top of him, so it might have knocked the air out of him.
Yeah, it looks like he's just trying to catch his breath. We'll see what happens here. But folks, thank you guys for texting in. I got another one in here from Shanoa Elwood. Let's go, Nico, number 58, watching from Phoenix, Arizona. And are you Shanoa? Are you the one that reposted that? I saw somebody shared it, and it was for number 58, Nico. So if that was you, thank you for sharing that video out there. I hope you guys enjoyed that today. That video was from Mandy Sagata. I just went ahead and edited it and threw some music underneath it and did that to put it out on social media. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. But thank you guys for checking out our page and going on social media and following us. We really do appreciate it, because that's how we're gonna get more of our content out there. We will have our Garage Guys show not coming up this Monday, but the following Monday. Is that correct, Albert?
That's right. I think it's the 28th.
Is our next Garage Guys show?
It is going to be the 29th. Sorry, Monday the 29th. Well, here we go, looking for a straight direct snap to Allen, and he's got some room this time, Steven. They do the right thing by going low on his towards his legs. That was the quarterback, number 1, Jaden Marsing, but unfortunately for him, the weight ratio between Allen and Marsing went to Allen.
Now he's coming up limping. I'm not sure. I think he had a little bit of an ankle injury, coming in. I say injury, and his ankle was hurting him coming into this game. But yeah, that was a big hit by Marsing. But man, Allen is he's a load to bring down. So we got Keegan Keller back there now for the direct snap.
He'll keep it himself, obviously. There's a snap, and he's trying to turn the corner. Boy, he had a beautiful lane, Stephen, right at the hash marks. If he would have cut that upfield, he probably would still be running. Little young to understand, plant the foot, cut up the field instead of going outside where all those defenders were at.
Well, I think too, what happens is they play teams where they're able to get outside, and that becomes their thing. I want to get outside so I can break it down the sidelines, and they forget to look at that, to shoot that shot when they have it. You're right, he had a great lane right there at the hash mark.
Well, 2nd down and 5 now for the Aztec Tigers. It's a 0-0 score. Direct snap to number 2, the new quarterback in there. He's a left-hander, and he completes that pass to number 32, Keller. And that's going to be an Aztec Tiger first down as number 2 sneaks into the game. And I believe he's
Lucio.
a 7th grader.
That was Lucio. Yeah. That was a great pass, too. I mean, it was cool seeing the left-hander. It gave him a really good shot at throwing that ball, and he puts it right on the mark, and that will move the Tigers down the field, and they will pick up the first down, and they are on the Bloomfield 20. And I think this is the closest either team has been to the end zone at this point. So Aztec kind of knocking on the door. It looks like we got Allen down here. He's limping. Justin, he's going to take a look at him right now, but we got Lucio at the quarterback position.
Under center he goes, double wing back set. It's going to be a handoff. They ran into each other, so that slowed up Gomez there for a second. And that was enough time, actually, Stephen, to slow him down for that defense, the second level of Bloomfield's defense, those linebackers, to come in and hit him for a short gain of 2.
Well, Lucio had the ball in his gut. He should have came out with that ball out, ready to let Gomez just grab it and run, and he had it so close to his body, they kind of ran into each other.
So it's 2nd down and 8 for the Aztec Tigers. Ball's on the 18-yard line. They're moving. The deepest drive yet for either team, and there's the ball airmailed over the head of the quarterback. He should just throw it away, but again, you're at this age, you don't really think about those things. But that center for Aztec, he has airmailed about 4 or 5 of those snaps over the head of his whether it's a running back or the quarterback back there, Steven, and they lost a ton of yardage there. For the Tigers.
That was unfortunate. I mean, they were on the 20-yard line, and now they're trying to see where they went back to. I'm waiting for the marker to get there. They are all the way back to the 32-yard line. A 12-yard loss on that play. And you're right, they probably should have chunked that ball out of bounds, but it was the running back that picked the ball up, and I'm sure that's not the first thought in his head. The first thought in his head is, I got to run this thing because, we got to make something happen here. But I'm assuming he could have picked up the ball and done the same thing. Is that
Absolutely.
correct?
He would have been outside the tackle box, so you can throw the ball away as long as it reaches the yard to gain, which is the original line of scrimmage. It has to hit at least that point. But, like we mentioned, you're a running back. You're not thinking about, I'm out of the tackle box, let me throw this ball away. And we stay back to where the ball was and keep our distance. So that's just learning the game as you go. And, of course, there's a timeout here. I don't know who called the timeout. The White Hat never said, but it's a 0-0 game, Stephen, close to halftime here. This is really what we expected out of these two teams.
And we say this all the time, but it feels like one of those games, who's going to get that break?
Yes.
Who's going to be the one that gets it in the end zone? I mean, because it could literally come down to that in this game, because both of these defenses are there. I mean, they're playing tough. They're standing strong. They're not allowing, it's kind of that bend but don't break. And Aztec right here, I mean, Bloomfield with a big opportunity to come up with a big stop here as Aztec had moved it down to the 20, but I would be willing to bet this is going to be 4-down territory for the Tigers.
Well, they still have number 2. That's Traven Lucio in the backfield. He's a left-hander. He throws it out. That's going to be, I thought it was going to be picked. I was just starting to say the words. That's going to be picked off. But the Bloomfield defender dropped the ball. It was right in his hands for number 83. Eason Higgins had the interception and just dropped it.
I think that was one of those, I see the end zone, and he ended up dropping the ball. I think he was looking downfield, and he was ready to run before that ball got there. But, man, he had a big opportunity right there. And, yes, thank you, Shanoa Elwood. I appreciate that. She said sick editing skills. I appreciate that.
So here comes a snap. It's a direct snap to number 12. It is DiGiacomo back there. He's trying to get away, but he's going to take the sack. And that was 4th down. It's going to be a turnover on downs to Bloomfield, and that defense gets the job done. Aztec had a receiver, number 21, wide open across the field in Helms. DiGiacomo just didn't have enough time to see him.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, he was wide open over there. And you know what, but it's also too, like, it's easy for us to see up here, but when you're in that quarterback position and you're feeling that pressure, especially at this age, it's hard to find those things.
Yeah, it's easy for us to say that here.
Easy for us to say it.
Because we get to see the whole field. It's Torres in the backfield to punt the football away for the Tigers. And he is lined up, around the 48-yard line. So number 17 deep to kick off for the Tigers, or excuse me, the safety back. I forgot they turned over.
They turned it over.
Bloomfield with the ball. Marsing, there's a snap. A jet sweep to number 12, and he's got some room to run. It's Vital. Excuse me. Keep struggling with that name. He's going to pick up 14 yards and a Bobcat first down.
That was a nice run. I mean, he came across the middle, and there was nobody on the outside. Those receivers did their job. They cleared out the cornerbacks. They cleared them all out of there, and he had plenty of room to run to get up the field. Nice play call by the Bobcats right there.
Well, Aztec needs to hurry up and get one of their players off the field. They got 12. There he comes off, so we're set to go now. Bloomfield, Marsing in the backfield. His running back, Pretty Boy, lined up to the right side of him. 3 receivers to the far side. It's going to be a direct snap to Marsing, and he's going to keep it himself. He's got one guy to beat across the 40. He's wide open in the field to the 20. 15-10, touchdown Bloomfield. And he drives it in from 48 yards out on the direct snap to Marsing, the quarterback. He turns the corner. Steven only had the corner to beat, and he turned on the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, and that right there is exactly what I was talking about. Who's going to get that break? I don't know what adjustments that Bloomfield made, but two plays in a row, that outside corner was wide open, and Marsing took advantage of it. And I was talking to Albert before the game. He wasn't here last year for the Yaffle Championships, and that's what he was doing the whole game. That's what Marsing can do for you at that quarterback position.
Well, here comes the extra point try, the 2-point conversion. And they had him in the backfield, Steven. They didn't wrap him up, and Marsing will make you pay every time he runs into the end zone untouched for the extra point try, and it should be 8-0.
I didn't know if they still did the 1-point or 2-point thing in junior high, but yeah, it should be 8-0, correct?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it is, unless they go by Yaffle rules, and if they go by Yaffle rules, then that's just a 1-point. Actually, I think you're right. I think it's only one.
We'll see here in a second.
I think it's only one in junior high. But anyhow, Bloomfield with the drive up the field, and it was the Marsing show as he just breaks out for an 48-yard touchdown.
Points, guys?
I think it's 1 point.
Well, we're waiting to see what the scoreboard puts up.
She's asking. She's right behind you.
Yep, it should be. I believe it's 1.
Yeah, we believe it is. We're not positive.
Well, because they have 7th graders on here playing, and I think they go by those Yaffle rules because Yaffle's 8 minutes as well. So here we go.
Chelsea Hampton must have saw that touchdown. She said, "Go Bobcats! Way to go, Jay." Way to go, Jay.
We sure miss our girl, Chelsea Hampton.
We got to see Chelsea in a while. Man. We love you, Chelsea.
She does our. She did our on the field reporting for us when we were over at Bloomfield last year before. We had a ball with it, and hopefully, if we get our name in the deal for the state championship, she'll come with us down for the 2A or 3 if we get it. There's a catch around the 30 by number 11, but a beautiful open field tackle as Baker looked to turn the corner.
It's pretty boy.
Number 22, the little guy over there to make the tackle.
I thought it was
for
21,
Bloomfield.
but was it 22?
Yeah, it was Trey Moore. Look, you get the coaches all giving him high fives over there. Hey, we don't want to take away from the little guy.
I apologize. Way to go, Trey Moore.
Boy, he's a little fella out there with a big-time tackle in the open field. So Aztec will start with only under a minute to go. Steven, what do you dip into the playbook here? I say hand the football off and go into halftime. It's a 7-0 score. Bloomfield with the lead.
Well, they need to block for Keller, and he needs to find the open lane. Let's see what he does here.
I can't tell if that's Sagata. Nope, that is Keller. So he's going to turn the corner, and Bloomfield does a great job by wrapping him up after a 5-yard gain. It looked like he was going to rip it off for a heck of a lot more than that, but Marsing right there to tackle.
And that's why you have Marsing in the middle of the field. That time Keller did cut it up, and he tried to cut back inside, but Marsing with a great open field tackle, but not before they pick up 5 yards. So 2nd down and 5 here for the Aztec Tigers.
It feels like either team can break away with those 48-yard touch. Oh, the ball is snapped over his head again.
They're not seeing it.
And the quarterback tripped over his own feet in DiGiacomo trying to recover the football. And he wasn't able to get there, and he's laying on the field. He's grabbing his leg, and it's going to be another turnover by the Tigers. Bloomfield recovers the fumble. It'll be 1st down and 10.
Our good buddy Chelsea Hampton said Trey Moore's her little cousin.
Oh, all right.
So, baby cousin, she said.
Oh, and we'll see what happens. It might be a cramp by DiGiacomo, but
like he is cramping
the
up.
ball yet again airmailed over his head. And DiGiacomo, when DiGiacomo turned around to grab the ball, he went straight down to the turf. And Bloomfield jumped on it, recovered it, and now it's 1st down and 10 for the Bobcats offense. I think we got around 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, around 20 seconds. I don't think Baker realized that DiGiacomo was on the ground, and he was just trying to look to see who it was to block, but the ball was right on the ground behind him, and Bloomfield jumps on it. But they got 20 seconds here. I think whatever Aztec needs to do, they need to find a way to shut down that outside run, or else it could be another devastating play by Marsing here.
Well, there's a snap. Marsing looking downfield. He's got an open receiver trying to hit the outer side of his shoulder, and number 17 was the intended receiver, and Valdez just threw it way too far out of his reach. But yet, Steven, he was able to break away from the covering defender again.
I was going to say, if Marsing puts that left instead of right and it goes out in front of him, in front of Valdez, that might be a catch and a touchdown right there. That was a good-looking throw by Marsing.
I just don't remember seeing Bloomfield's junior high team throwing the football this much. So it must be on the arm of Jaden Marsing, because he's got a cannon.
Yeah.
He threw that to the end zone with zero effort. Should have been false start, wasn't called. There's the throw, double coverage. And number 12 did a good job of readjusting Steven and Joe Vidal, and he could have almost come up with that catch, but I just didn't think he realized where the football was.
Yeah, I can't see the number, but whoever that was on coverage was fortunate that he wasn't able to come back and make that catch, because he had his eye on the ball. He had good concentration. He tried to come back and make the catch, and it just didn't happen. But man, fortunately for the Tigers, that thing falls to the ground, and it'll be 3rd and 10 from the Tigers. What is that, 22-yard line, I believe, something like that?
It's going to be the 32.
Oh, 32, sorry. So and who got the kickoff first? I can't even remember.
Bloomfield will get the ball again.
So they'll get the ball first in the second half?
Yep, they won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they're going to come out with the football yet again. And, so right now, this is where you're going to find out what your team is made of, Steven, if you're a Tigers fan, because, yeah, your back is against the wall. The momentum has 100% switched over to Bloomfield in this game here late in the second quarter as they lead this game 7-0. They clearly are going to throw the football down the field, so they got to make sure that these guys pay attention to where the ball is in the air and either intercept it or knock it down. But this is a big, big play for this Aztec defense, and a big play for Bloomfield to try to punch it in before this half is up.
Yeah, let's see if we see any trickery here, see if they try to come up with something just to beat Aztec here. No, he's just going to drop back for the pass. Oh.
Well, he grabbed the arm of the Bloomfield receiver, so should have been clearly pass interference, but not. They don't have a back judge there to watch that, so you got a bunch of officials trying to look around. But hey, he had a chance to catch it again.
Yeah, it was Christian Phillips on that one. They've got 1 second left here. Let's see if Marsing can come up with that big throw. Those defenders, those safeties, they're gonna have to get out there and help and see what's happening. Don't let him throw the ball down the field. There he goes. That's going to be safely out of bounds. That's going to end the half, where the score is 7-0. The Bloomfield Bobcats leading here at Fred Cook Memorial Stadium in Aztec. Man, it's been a great game so far, and it's like we talked about. Bloomfield got that one break and got down the field, and that's the difference in the game.
Yeah, it was a 48-yard touchdown run by their starting quarterback, Jaden Marsing, and, he's the real deal. I didn't get to see him last year because my wife and I were out of town, but you guys got to watch the game with him, and you had told me, watch this kid play. He is really good, in Jaden Marsing for the Bloomfield Bobcats, and we're seeing just that. I mean, we knew some of the players for the Tigers, too, who we were, who we needed to be paying attention to, but you had mentioned that one kid right there, Marsing, is somebody to really look out for.
Yeah, last year, and whenever we did the Yaffle Championships, like you said, Albert, you were out of town, but he was the guy that was doing everything for that team. He was the field general out there, and that's what you're seeing here today. I mean, he's getting it done on offense, and he's making some great tackles on defense. So it's kind of the Jaden Marsing show. I'll tell you what, though, they've got Valdez out there, and I can't remember number 80, was it 83, Higgins. They've had a couple of opportunities to make some catches. I mean, if those receivers start catching the ball, Aztec's going to be in trouble. They're going to have to find a way to shut that down and not allow marsing so much time back there in that backfield. They're going to have to try to get back there and put some pressure on.
Well, you can see the future, another future part for the Bobcats with another quarterback that can just wing it all over the field. You know, get a couple of their receivers to haul some in. Steven, you're right. We're talking about a whole new ball game, but then you flip it over for the Tigers. They've had some opportunity. If they can get the ball down the field, they've had 3 or 4 guys break open a number of times. It's just unfortunately they haven't come up with the catch or the throw. So we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll have Steven break down what he thinks both of these teams need to do to hang on to the lead or gain the lead and then take the win. We'll be back here shortly. I'm going to walk into this, but we got 10 minutes on the clock. We'll be back in 7 minutes. You're listening to Desert Sports Live here at Fred Cook Memorial Stadium. We'll be right back. Well, we're back. It's halftime, and the Bobcats lead 8-0, not 7-0. We weren't sure, and please forgive us. We didn't do our homework, Steven or I, so we didn't know if they were going off of Yapple rules or high school rules. It is high school rules, so the two-point conversion that was run in by Marsing counted as 2, so it's 8-0. But, Steven, what do each team need to do to either gain the lead for the Aztec Tigers and then win, or keep the lead if you're Bloomfield and win this game?
Well, I mean, on the Tigers side of the ball, I think what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find a way to block. I'm going to say you're going to have to find a way to block Marsing to spring one of those guys running, because, I mean, like when Keller cut up the middle right there, if he would have had one person in front of him blocking, he might have been able to spring that to get down the field. They're going to have to find a way to get out in front of their running backs and provide some blocking in order to get down the field. Bloomfield, their defense is, like I said, they've been a bend but not break. They've been doing a good job of shutting down that running game. You know, you have Allen, he's out right now, or he hasn't been coming in because he kind of had that ankle thing going on. And he's a big guy to bring down. That's a big loss for the Aztec Tigers because they're used to him pounding out some of those yards to get them down the field. But, you know, Bloomfield, I think they found the secret. I don't know what you'd want to call that, but they went around both sides, and they had a lot of running room around both sides of the going around the ends like that right there towards the end of that half. I don't know what adjustments they made, or if those were just some different play calls that they had going on, but that was kind of the secret sauce to break it free, and Marsing got all the way down into the end zone. But, you know, I would imagine that both these teams that went in at halftime made some adjustments, and they're going to come out and we're going to see some different looks. We're going to see some kids doing some different things. But so far, it's been a pretty defensive battle this whole game.
Yeah, it's fantastic defensive play, and, you know, it's hurt when Aztec lost number 50, Jaden Allen. He's a big piece of their offense, and it looks like his day is done with that lower leg injury, but we'll see if he comes back. You never know. Sometimes they tape it up, sometimes they don't. But for the Aztec Tigers, you know, hey, it's a simple adjustment on the outside run. Bloomfield sees that. The offensive coordinator for the Bloomfield Bobcats knows that they split out those wide receivers far. They run the corners down the field, so that means that safety has to come up and take the running back who's got the jet sweep that's going to be turning the corner. And if your defensive end is blocked down instead of stepping across, that play is going to be open all day long. Bloomfield's seen that. They've ran it a number of times. It's been big time successful for them, Steven. So unless Aztec can get that safety and get their linebackers to step across the line and keep that play from going any further, it could be a number of big plays for Bloomfield.
Well, and you have to, the thing with Bloomfield is Aztec, they can't sleep on those receivers. I mean, Marsing can throw the ball, and you absolutely, you know, and on some teams you might be able to go, okay, I'm going to let the receivers go because I know they're not throwing the ball. Bloomfield, I mean, they're mixing it up really well on the offensive side of the ball. They're running, they're throwing, you know, and I'm telling you, if one of those, if Vital or is it Vital or Valdez?
Yep, Valdez.
You know, those guys, if they get a good pass thrown to them and they're behind the defense, the Tigers better watch out. You've got to cover that. But also on Bloomfield's side of the ball, you're going to have to make sure and continue to shut down that running game of the Aztec Tigers.
Yeah, and they're helped out right now with number 50 and Jaden Allen going down with that lower leg injury. So it's been running back by committee and quarterback by committee for the Tigers tonight, as they're missing, you know, in my opinion, one of their best players without a doubt, Tanner Olguin. He's out this game, and he also plays safety like his big brother, and he plays just like his big brother back there. He is a missile out there on the field. They're missing that today too. So here comes a kickoff for the Tigers to the Bobcats, and he's going to catch this ball. It's number 17. Oh, he dropped it across the 15, now to the 10. It's still live ball, and who got on it? Did Bloomfield or Aztec?
I think after he got knocked down, he was able to reach out and pull it in, but holy cow, that could have been really bad for Bloomfield. But Valdez finally comes up with it, and I think I think it was Valdez that was out there. Was that number 10 that was out there?
Number 17.
So if you're a coach, you're saying, hey, dude, when you miss it like that, just jump on the ball. Don't try to pick it up. Just fall on the ball, because that was almost devastating for Bloomfield. They'll be starting on their own 9-yard line.
Well, and a missed opportunity for Aztec.
Yes.
They had a legitimate shot of recovering that football. They just did not come up with it. There's the snap, and hey, we've seen Bloomfield now go right back at Valdez on the quick pass, which is how they started this game. That time he dropped it, incomplete.
Yeah, Aztec with a big opportunity here. If they can shut the Bobcats down, they'll have good field position. But, man, they're going to have to cover, because Marsing, he can throw the ball around the field. You're going to have to also defend him on the run.
Well, here comes the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, Marsing, looking for a lane, but it's closed up quickly as Aztec's defensive line doing a fantastic job. Steven, that was number 60.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was trying to get that number. I'm glad you got the binoculars out. He did a good job of coming off of his block and making that tackle. We're trying to find, it's right there, Tyler Carter.
It's so difficult to find their names.
Sorry, we have to search them out on the paper, and the number font is really crazy too. It's giving me fits. The 5s look like 3s whenever you have old eyes like mine.
Hey, and thank goodness we're seeing it during the day, because if we were looking at that at night, I couldn't even tell you what their name or number is. It's Marsing in the backfield calling for motion. There's the snap, sweep. He's going to try to turn the corner. That time it's pushed inside, and Aztec did the right thing there, Steven, as you've seen. Well, I don't know if that was a mistake by Bloomfield's wide receiver. He didn't run him off, and that time the safety and the cornerback picked up what was happening, seen it was a jet sweep. Good play.
Well, and they turned it back inside as well. They didn't let him get to the outside corner to take off. So big time stop for the Aztec Tigers. Bloomfield on their own 15-yard line, and they're going to have to, well, I'm assuming they're going to punt the ball away. Okay, there you go. I was going, oh man, is he going up under center? But Valdez backs up to get the punt. This should give Aztec good field position. Hopefully they yell at these players and tell them to get out of the way and not get hit by the ball. Ooh, almost a bad, and a bad kick. Oh my goodness, that is devastating for the Bobcats. That's going to put the Aztec Tigers, what is that, the 12-yard line?
Yep, the 12-yard line is where they're going to put it. And as you mentioned, and he barely got that kick off. It actually should have been blocked.
Yeah.
But somehow, some way, Bloomfield's punter was able to get it off, so good job him. But Aztec is in business right now. First down and 10 from the 12-yard line. Aztec's offense all confused. They should call a timeout right here, because they don't know what's going on, and that's going to be an illegal participation penalty. And the coaching staff had to know that. You got too many men on the field. You have to check in a huddle and then get off the field. You cannot have an extra player on the field.
Be against Bloomfield.
No, that's against.
No, because I saw Sagata clapping and pointing towards Bloomfield. That was a 5-yard penalty. I'm not sure what that call was.
You can see Bloomfield. I don't blame Bloomfield. I mean, listen, we're Aztec guys. I'll tell you that right now. We were born and raised from here. But Bloomfield's coach has a point. Aztec had 12 men on the field and ran one off. I don't know how that went against Bloomfield.
Looks like we're going to.
I am completely confused by this play. It should have been 5 yards against the Tigers, not Bloomfield.
They called too many men on Bloomfield, correct?
Well, yeah, I mean, they said too many. Illegal participation means that Bloomfield had 12 guys on the field. I didn't see that, so maybe there was. Let me step back, because I did not see that, but I certainly know Aztec had 12 on, and then they ran one off at the last minute, and Coach Stovall, he has a point. I'm completely confused by that call as well. So
here we go.
First down and 5 for the Tigers now. As the ball's marked short of the 5, I think it's right on the 6. It's number 32, Keller. He's a big load trying to turn the corner. He's lower the shoulder pads. Touchdown, Aztec. And it's an 8-6 lead now for the Bobcats, pinning this extra point try.
Well, the athleticism of Keller gets him past that first guy, because whoever that was that shot in off the end, number 51 or whoever that was for Bloomfield, got a hand on him, but Keller just dodged the tackle and makes his way all the way around the outside. He had good blocking out there, and that's what I was talking about, Albert. His receivers were out there blocking for him, gave him that lane to the end zone, and Aztec, just like that, puts 6 points on the board. Now they'll be going for 2.
And it's going to be a single back set in the backfield. It looks like number 11, Baker's back there. There's a snap, trying to find a lane. Bloomfield's on top of it, still on his feet, diving for the end zone, but he's not going to get there, and he's going to be stopped short. Baker tried to give it his all, Stephen, but he had 3 Bobcats around him, and Bloomfield contains the lead 8-6.
What's frustrating about that, if you're an Aztec fan, is that that play just looked wonky, almost like they didn't know quite what to do there. I felt like at first I thought he was going to do that, fake the run, and then just dump it over the top to a receiver in the end zone, but nonetheless, Bloomfield comes up with a big stop as it's 8-6 now. Bloomfield's still in the lead. But fortunately for Aztec, they took advantage of the bad punt and the bad reception on the kickoff. I would think if you're Aztec right now, I'd be telling Sagata to kick it towards the 10 over here. I wouldn't be putting it down the middle to Valdez. I'd be forcing it to a side, don't you think?
Absolutely. Yep. And folks, but we say what we think up here, so I hope you all understand that. I don't know what the call was on the field against Bloomfield that gave them 5. The officials came together, had a conversation. They kept with the call, so apparently Bloomfield had 12 players on the field as well, and that's going to be a flag against the Tigers as the ball went out at the 20-yard line out of bounds. So Bloomfield's going to have beautiful field position to start off at the 35.
Yeah, and I mean that was the right idea. That was what I was thinking, kick it that direction, but he kicked it too far to the left and it goes out of bounds. But like you said, Bloomfield starting off with much better field position here on this second possession. Let's see if Aztec's defense holds up again.
Now the Bobcats will have it from the 35. Marsing in the backfield. He's got number 21. That's Pretty Boy lined up to the right side of him. Now he moves over to the left, trips to the near side, one receiver to the far. There's a snap, and Massing's going to keep it himself straight forward. He's going to be tackled for a short gain of 2, brings up 2nd down and 8.
Well, just a direct snap to Marsing. He just takes right off to the left side of that line, gets through, but man, that Tiger defense was right there to wrap him up and bring him down. But anytime you see Marsing taking off with the ball, if you're the Aztec coaches, you start to cringe. You're like, please catch him. Do not let him get outside.
8-6 is the lead for the Bobcats over Aztec. He's going to get pressed is Marsing, and he's going to get every bit of the first down and more. And that's what we talked about. He's a dual threat quarterback is Marsing, and he has killed Aztec thus far today running the football.
You almost have to put a spy on him or something, because that was good pressure coming from the right side, but the receivers cleared out the whole, I guess it would be in his left side, but the receivers cleared out the right side for him, and he just had all kinds of room to run over there.
Well, if you're going to put a spy on him, I agree. It better be somebody as fast as he is, because Marsing can fly.
Yeah, that's going to be a false start on number 83.
I'm glad you've seen it, because I looked down at my sheet here and I didn't see what happened. So it's going to push the Bobcats back 5 yards. And speaking of the Bobcats, Tigers, they got a big-time rivalry game, and it's homecoming Friday night in Bloomfield as Aztec will make the trip over the hill. And it's wild. Bloomfield has come to Aztec 2 times in a row the last 2 years, and Aztec finally headed over to Bloomfield, to the number 1 team in the state in 4A. And the state champs from 2024. So it's a big night for the Tigers, as they're going to have to figure out how to contain that beast. And only one team's been able to do that yet in 2 years, and that's been Pedro Vista.
Yep, and folks, once again, we're still got you going on the live chat. I see Shanoa, you're still out there. She said, way to go, Tyler. Keep those comments coming in. We love reading those shout-outs, or send Albert a text. It's 505-701-2222. So here we go, 2nd and 15 for the Bobcats.
Marsing, straight, direct snap, and he's going to lower his shoulder pads. He picks up close to the yardage they lost onto the false start. He's going to be short a yard, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 11 for the Bobcats. And I think right here, Stephen, is where you talked about it. The secondary has to pay attention, get their head up, find the football, because I think we're going to see Marsing throw it.
Well, this is where I say you have a spy, because if he, if he takes off running, you've got to get him stopped. He'll pick up 11 yards quick if you let him.
Here's the snap, 2-step drop, looking downfield, throws it up. Almost intercepted by the Tigers in number 20. He had an opportunity to haul the football in, Stephen. That's the 7th grader, Eli Chapman, missed out on the interception, but the defense holds it up. It's 4th down. Now does Bloomfield punt the ball away? How comfortable do you feel with your defense here as Bloomfield leads this game 8-6 in the in the 3rd quarter?
Well, I know that last touchdown, he got in around that end, but that was the first time we had seen him have that blocking on the outside. If they do that out in the open field, he's going to get around the corner and take off. So Bloomfield, you're right, their defense is going to have to step it up here.
Well, Aztec only has 10 players out on the field. That ball is blocked. It still passes the line of scrimmage, but it was certainly blocked. And I think they're going to probably give that about a 6-yard net on the punt. And so, again, Aztec doing a great job, Stephen, on the special teams and getting into the backfield when Bloomfield's trying to punt the football away. They've had excellent field position back-to-back now on 2 straight punts. Aztec able to punch it into the end zone earlier to bring the game into 8-6. Let's see what they got here.
I wouldn't say it completely changed, but it feels like the momentum is starting to shift towards Aztec's direction, and so Bloomfield, they really need to come up with a defensive stop here. But I would be willing to bet that at halftime, that's probably why they had that better blocking. I bet you they went over that at halftime and said, hey guys, if we're going to run this ball, you have got to get some blocking downfield in order for Keegan and Allen and whoever's running the ball to get on that outside edge and get down the field.
That's what your offense is based on. You're based on running the football. So you go back into the locker room and, like you said, you're spot on, Stephen. You just tell your guys, we run the football. You need to contain your blocks, whether it's at the initial line of scrimmage or in the 2nd or 3rd level. How far, 2nd level obviously being the linebackers, 3rd level being the secondary guys. You got to follow that through, and if you can, we're going to break one open, just like Bloomfield had read the jet sweep a number of times or that outside run that was so effective for them in the first half. Under center goes the Tigers. There's the snap. It's DiGiacomo. He'll hand it off to number 10, Gomez. But Bloomfield all over that play. He's going to get a gain of 1. Brings up 2nd down and 9 from the 50.
Well, and he was fortunate not to lose a yard there because he kind of ran into the back of his lineman, bounced off, and was able to get forward for a little bit of a pick. I don't even know if that's 1 yard, but let's see. So 2nd down and 9 for the Aztec Tigers. DiGiacomo back there running the offense, trying to get organized here.
Well, he moves the bigger guys, the receivers, to the other side. That's Keller and Sagata. There's a snap. DiGiacomo looking downfield, throws it up, and both the wide receiver and the defensive back ran into each other. Incomplete, so it brings up 3rd down and long. 3rd down and long for the Tigers. It's 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, it seemed like the receiver wasn't ready for that pass. I don't know if there's just not good communication there or something. I would really like to see him run a quick slant. They're playing 10 yards off. Hit him with a quick slant and see if he can go.
Yeah, give him some room, give him some space, right? Look at here, this cornerback on the near receiver is 10 yards off of him, and he might be sacked. He stood 0 chance on that play. Stephen, look at that. 2 guys back behind the line to gain around the 40. Everybody else blitzed.
Yeah, that's what you call winning in the trenches right there. Bloomfield just won. They just blew that play up, came rushing into the backfield, and like you said, DiGiacomo didn't have a chance. He tried to step up in the pocket and just ran into 2 or 3 more Bloomfield players. So great defensive call there by the Bobcats. That's going to bring up 4th down and about 14, I believe.
Well, if I'm Aztec, I'm punting the football away right here, 4th down and 15, and you're on your side of the field now. And, with the way that Bloomfield's defense is playing, and really the way your defense has been playing the last 2 possessions, offensive possessions for the Bobcats, the Tigers' defense has shut things down. So if it's me, I'm punting the football away. But, hey, that's why I'm up here, not down there.
That's right. That's why we're up here. Because we can make all the calls we want, right?
We can sound smart, not meaning we are smart, but we sound smart. And nope, Aztec's going for it. 4th down and 15. The ball on their side of the field. Shotgun formation. Here's DiGiacomo. Oh, and they're going to give him another 5 yards. It did Bloomfield as they jumped off sides, but still 4th down and 10. So let's see if they stick with it.
I really believe at this age you do that. You change the cadence. And now all those Bloomfield kids on that line, they're going to hesitate to jump off the ball now because they don't want to get caught off guard again.
See, they go hard count. They don't. Aztec throws the ball. And it was thrown beautifully into number 11's hands, the intended receiver for the Tigers. That's Levi Baker. Couldn't hold on to it. He would have had the first down and might have been running into the end zone if he catches it.
Yeah, if he makes that snag, he's got some running room. And I don't know. If you're DiGiacomo, you can't put the ball any better than that. I mean, he put it right where only his receiver could get it and gave him room to run. So, unfortunately for Aztec, they will turn it over on downs, and Bloomfield will be starting on the Aztecs' 49-yard line.
Here comes Bloomfield. Motion number 12, jet sweep handoff. He's going to try to turn the corner.
I was going to say that was holding.
It was a pretty big hold.
They got number 57 for holding right there. He was trying to get out to make the play, and he got held. So that is going to be a 10-yard penalty. That'll make it 1st down and 20 for the Bobcats. And the Bobcats just kind of keep shooting themselves in the foot right now, don't they? They just can't quite catch a break. Something always happening.
Well, when you have a game like this, too, though, Stephen, you get nervous even as the game keeps going on. It's such a huge – I mean, listen, if you don't think tomorrow night or Friday night's game is big for the Aztec Tigers, even though they're really young and we're really short on players, Bloomfield being obviously the most dominant team in 4A football right now, and some people down at St. Pius may have something different to say about that, but – they keep reloading. Look at this. Wide open down the field was number 18 in Phillips. Stephen, he didn't have, he burned the cornerback. Just unfortunately, Marsing couldn't find him. Yeah,
Gomez almost got that. I'm sure right now he's going, oh, thank you that thing was overthrown, because I'll tell you what, Marsing, he throws a great ball. Like, he does a great job in that quarterback position. Unfortunately, that one falls to the ground. So 2nd down and 20.
Here comes Bloomfield as they've got a long way to go, but they lead this game 8-6. Here's a snap, swing pass to the running back. And he just looked up before he caught the ball. Stephen, pretty boy had it right in his basket. He had 2 guys to beat with the blocker out in front. Incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 20.
I think you're right. I think he was looking to make his next move before the ball was in his hands, but that was a great looking play as Marsing put the ball right where it needed to be, but it just glances off of Pretty Boy's hands. So 3rd down and long, 20 yards.
Here comes Marsing. He completes the pass, but they're probably going to gain 2 yards maybe on the play.
I don't know. He might have just barely got I think he got to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I actually now that I see it, he barely got a yard.
Maybe a yard. Yeah, I was going to say that was a great tackle by number 32 Keller, as he shut that play down. That's going to bring up a 4th down and long. I think we have a player down over there on the other side of the field. So what's going on?
We got a good brother checking in here, Sean Bohannon from Bloomfield High School, breaking some football down for us, and he really did break it down. He said Bloomfield's quarterback keeps running away from trips, Aztec using 4 to cover 3, and Bloomfield has them outnumbered in the box. He's exactly right. That's exactly what we were talking about. And he follows that up by love, y'all are doing a great job. Love y'all's commentary, so we appreciate it.
We haven't heard from Sean in forever.
We haven't seen from Sean. We haven't seen Sean in forever. Missed that guy. Here comes Bloomfield with the punt. He gets it away this time cleanly. Fair catch at the last minute. It's a live ball. He dropped it, and Bloomfield landed right on top of it. That was number, I believe, 17 back in the backfield to return the kick, and that is Lucas Torres, and he just dropped it, Stephen, and Bloomfield jumped right on top of it.
Went right through his hands, and man, if you're Bloomfield, that might be the break that you needed right there. We got 3 minutes, 3:07 left on the clock here in the 3rd quarter, and this Aztec defense, it's just like how many plays do they have to go through? That's good defensive play right there. As I'm talking about, it was number 8 for the Aztec Tigers, gets the wrap up. That's Jacob Kinney. Does a good job of getting in there and getting that tackle, but that's going to be 2nd down and 8.
We got a text coming in from the 5764. Go Big E. I like how she starts that out. Number 20 on the Tigers. It's Auntie Brandy and your cousins. We love you. And, hey, thank you guys for texting us in, because I'll tell you what, these boys can go back and watch this game and check it out with the commentary. They're going to hear that you guys have been texting in saying amazing things about them. Trust me, these boys go back and listen to that. Here's a quick slant. I mean, that was thrown about 110, and a great job of receiving that ball in was number 18, Christian Phillips. Steven had his hands out in front, caught him all hands, reeled the ball in. Decent pickup of 7 yards.
Well, and it was a great throw by Marsing. He just fastballed that one right into the numbers. And if you're Bloomfield, this is they're trying to get the clock running there. They go 3rd down and manageable here, and I guarantee you it's 4-down territory for Bloomfield.
Well, don't be shocked if Marsing keeps the football himself on this play. There's a snap. He's going to roll out to the near side, lays one in there, and it was right there, right in the hands for number 18 again, Phillips. That time, good defense by the Tigers. He dropped it, and I think that was actually knocked out of the hands by number 10 and Gomez, too.
Yeah, Gomez got a hand in there, knocks the ball away. It's going to bring up a 4th down for the Bobcats, and can this Tiger defense do it again?
Well, we're fixing to find out, and they're going to have to. They ain't got a choice in the matter. Checking in, the 8145. Go Bobcats, number 27. That's Jose Martinez. This is Jose from Dallas, Texas. Number 27, right. Jose from Dallas, Texas.
I love it whenever we hear from all you guys that are. I mean, even in this area, but even when you're that far away and you're getting to watch the game, getting to watch these kids play the game, it's a great thing to hear from you guys. So we appreciate all of you tuning in. And we've had great participation here on the live chat, too, as well on YouTube. But keep it coming. We love hearing from you guys. 505-701-2222 or on the live chat on YouTube, and give us a comment. I've been watching those. Got Robert Barrera on there. He just keeps them coming. And we appreciate all of you guys tuning in.
Well, we had a couple of firsts for Desert Sports Live. We had our first woman member of our team and broadcaster in Chelsea Hampton, and then she went down on the field for our sideline reporting. That was a first for us as well, to bring that sideline action to everybody that's watching our feed. And then we brought in our first ever all-women's broadcasting team with my lovely wife Kristen and Becca. So now we're doing our first ever junior high game, and it's the Aztec Tigers versus the Bobcats. And here comes Marsing trying to turn the corner to get the first down. Aztec had him stopped, Steven. I think he was able to get the first down unless he stepped out of bounds. He did not. Huge mistake by Aztec's defense. Yeah. They had him stopped, and they did not wrap him up, and he gets the first down.
That's the athleticism of Marsing, though. I mean, they basically ran him flat all the way to the sidelines, and he muscled through that jersey. They grabbed his jersey, and you're going to have to wrap him up at the ankles. You cannot jersey tackle Marsing. He's going to run through that, and he does, and picks up a huge first down for the Bobcats.
The Bobcats lead this game 8-6 in the third quarter with 2:18 on the clock. Marsing heavy again. He's just going to tuck and run, and he's going to pick up 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Bloomfield Bobcats as the clock continues to roll.
Yep, we got 2:10 left here in this third quarter. Bloomfield on the march right now as they are on the Aztec 21-yard line. Marsing just well in command of that offense right now.
Well, you look at that record that Bloomfield has, 1-2, and what do we say? Throw those out the door. It's an Aztec versus Bloomfield game. Jet sweep handoff. Trying to turn the corner. Aztecs there in coverage, and they do wrap him up that time. Perfectly played by number 10, Cooper Gomez. Steven, he was able to get off the block and still make the tackle.
Yeah, that's the problem, and Aztec does the same thing. I'm not saying it's Bloomfield, but those running backs, they have got to turn upfield at some point. They're trying to stretch. He ran 20 yards to not get any yards because he just kept going to the sideline. They're going to have to turn it upfield.
He had a beautiful lane about 2 steps behind his tackle. Here's a Marsing. He's going to throw a quick pass, and that's completed. It's close to a first down. He's not going to have enough, but that was number 83, Eason Higgins, on the reception. Steven brings up 4th down, but it's manageable. No doubt about it. Bloomfield's going for it.
Just ran a great route, got turned, and facing Marsing. Marsing just put it right on the numbers. Marsing's impressive. What can you say as an 8th grade quarterback?
Well, if you're coming up to the high school next year and you're a backup quarterback right now, you better get yourself in the weight room and you better be out on the field because number 1, Jaden Marsing is coming up. This kid is impressive. Here comes the Bobcat. Oh, no, we're going to have
4th down.
A timeout. And old Coach Stovall is pretty hot about something. There's wrong set. Not upset with the players. He's upset with his coaching staff, and they probably had something. But you don't want to burn your timeouts.
Yeah.
That might have been their last one.
Yeah, I mean, third timeout in the third quarter. Corey just told us that. I mean, that could be crucial at the end of the game. I mean, this is right now. This is a very big 4th down for both of these teams. I mean, Aztec absolutely needs to get this stop. They can't allow Bloomfield to get in the end zone right here because this has been nothing but a defensive battle. I mean, you're not going to have very many opportunities to get the ball in the end zone, and especially with the running game that Aztec has, they haven't had any success in the passing game. That's going to burn up a lot of clock. You're going to have to come out and try to get the ball down the field. So, like I said, it's a big-time play for both of these teams.
Well, let's see what Bloomfield came up with after that forced timeout. 4th down and 2 for the Bobcats. I can't imagine you don't let Marsing run it here, Steven, but we're going to find out what they have schemed up. So Marsing calling for the football. There's motion by number 12. That's Vital. And it is going to be Marsing turning the corner. He's got the first down and more. Yet again, Steven, Aztec had him dead set in the backfield for the 4th down. They would have taken over the football. They did not wrap him up, and that's all he needed. Marsing got the first.
I don't know was that number 5 that got through into the backfield? I'm not sure if it was or not. I'm trying to find a 5 on the roster. Somebody got into the backfield, but they didn't. They just ran straight instead of breaking down and cutting him off, and it allowed Marsing to get around that side. And then it was just Marsing once again. He got hit behind the marker, but he just spun out of it and made the first down.
Well, here comes the Bobcats. They got a new set of downs. 1st down and 10. They can still get a first down to keep it 1st and goal. Here's Marsing looking downfield. Swing pass. It was a swing pass to the running back, but a beautiful play by number 58.
That's Nico. That's Shanoa, who Shanoa's been messaging in for. Nico, I want to make sure I get the last name here. Good grief. These numbers are driving me crazy, Albert.
Number 58, yeah. That is Nico Elwood.
Sorry. I apologize, Shanoa. That was your boy right there that had knocked that ball down. And we are done with the third quarter, heading in to the championship round, as they say, right?
That's right. 8-6 is the lead for the Bobcats, but they're on the move yet again, and it's been heavy Jaden Marsing running the football for the Bloomfield Bobcats.
Oh, that's right. Jaden Marsing is a 7th grader. He's not going to the high school next year.
Well, and I did you actually say he was going?
No, you were saying that.
No, I said whoever is the backup quarterbacks at the high school level, you better get in the gym because Jaden Marsing is coming.
Nonetheless, Matt just told us he's a 7th grader, and I forgot about that. That's correct because he was in the 6th grade championship game last year. I didn't even think. I mean, he looks like an 8th grader. He's a big kid for his age.
Well, that's the cool thing for the Aztec is they broke up their 7th graders and their 8th graders for us. Unfortunately for Bloomfield, we just got the names and numbers, but hey, we'll take that. We're not complaining. You know why? Because that forces people to hit us up on the text line or on our YouTube feed.
Hey, we appreciate the help, people. We appreciate it. We know that we don't get things right, so please.
We purposely don't get things right.
We want you
Come
guys
on,
to
change it up.
That's right.
It's Marsing looking over the defense, calls for the football. He's going to pitch it to number 21, Pretty Boy, trying to turn the corner. A number of missed tackles, another one, and he gets into the end zone, Steven. 3 defenders for for the Tigers hit him and did not wrap him up, and Pretty Boy takes care of the rest. It's a 12-yard touchdown run for the Bobcats.
Yeah, that makes the score 14-6. I mean, you're right. They had him, and to the defense of Aztec's defense, I mean, they've been put in a position all day long to have to come back out there and play defense. That missed punt is turning out to be a huge deal for the Tigers as at Bloomfield capitalizes as they burned up a lot of clock on that drive. We are here starting the fourth quarter now as the Bobcats can go up by 16-6 by 10 points, and they will miss that. So that will allow Aztec, if they can get another touchdown and make the 2-point conversion, they can tie this game up. But they've got 7 minutes to do it, and they're going to have to find a way to get that running game moving, or they're going to have to get their passing game going. So 7:25 left here in the game. Bloomfield leading 14-6.
It's everything we thought this game would be and more. And so Bloomfield right now, they're just leading the way. And the Aztecs defense has been there, just unfortunately have not been wrapping up. And Bloomfield has made them pay for that. And that just goes to a good coach team on both sides of the ball, Stephen, is when you can elevate your play by taking advantage of somebody else's mistakes. And Bloomfield's done that today. And
Robert Barrera just said that the sportsmanship is nice to see, boys. And I have to agree with him. There's been a lot of sportsmanship. These guys have been helping each other up. They've been patting each other on the back. They've done a good job of showing the sportsmanship today, and we absolutely appreciate seeing that as well.
So it's number 11, Levi Baker, back there to return the kick alongside number 32, Keegan Keller. And Steven is 100% right about that. So here comes a kickoff from the Bobcats as they lead this game 14-6 in the fourth quarter. Keep those text messages coming. 505-701-2222. Again, 505-701-2222. I don't know why this official just blew the ball dead when the white hat was ready to go. Yeah, the ball's on the 40. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me, but he's ready to go. So here we go. Let's see who they decide to kick the ball to. It's going to be a squib, and the big guy up front caught the ball. He's going to try to turn the corner to the 40, to the 30. Steven, does he outrun everybody to the 5? Touchdown.
He stepped out right here. He stepped out of bounds.
He did, 100%.
Yep, he did step out of bounds. I was watching it. He even looked down and went, oh no, that was unfortunate that he stepped out of bounds. I'll tell you what, that didn't work out very well for the Bobcats, did it? He just caught that sucker and took off with it. That was a great job. Was that number 72? Who was that?
73.
73. Man, got kicked right out. That's Vizinho Ramon. Is that right?
No, it is Sterling Waldron. It's Boomer. So Boomer Waldron on the return. And actually,
he looks like a 3.
Waldron came from Las Vegas. He played running back on his football teams in Las Vegas. That's Las Vegas, Nevada. Now they had to move him to the offensive line, but that kid can run the football, and he's a big-time baseball player himself as well. So he put the Tigers in good field position. He wasn't aware of where he was at on the sideline, or he would have been in the end zone for a touchdown. Here's DiGiacomo, another high snap, but he handled that. It's going to be a handoff to Gomez, and Gomez is hit immediately. A very short gain for the Tigers. But you don't have to panic here. No. You just got to get another first down, or you got to get a first down and possibly another into the end zone, and you're tied here. But getting this first down is crucial on these set of downs, Stephen.
You have got to you got to move the ball and pick up your first downs.
DiGiacomo looking downfield. He just threw the ball. I mean, he did not wait for anything, didn't wait for his receiver to break open on the pass. He just chunked it up in the air and got rid of it, felt the pressure.
Yeah, it was like he just pulled up and threw it. I mean, the receiver he didn't even throw it where the receiver was cutting to. He just kind of chunked it down the field. And I mean, I think at this point, if you're Aztec, you've got to just hand the ball off and run it straight ahead. Pick up those 3 or 4 yards. Just keep moving the ball. These passes are obviously not working. So we need Sagata not to run outside. We need him to go straight ahead here.
Here's the snap, and he's going to run it straight up the middle. As Steven said, he must have heard him. That's number 32, Keller, on the straight direct snap.
That was Keller. You're right. Sorry, I said Sagata.
Hey, man, that's why we're a team here, pal. And he's close to the first down, but he does not have it, and it's going to bring up fourth down, Steven. This is a tough spot because Aztec was here last time, 4th and 4, and then they got a false start that made it 4th and 9, and they weren't able to get it. So discipline right now.
Yeah, I really hope they don't decide to throw this. I would have put Keller back there and let him run that same play where he ran into
Same exact play. I was thinking the same thing.
They're trying to get him to get off sides. See if they call a timeout. Yeah, they're going to call a timeout. They were just trying to see if they could get him to jump, and Bloomfield that time, very disciplined, did not fall for it. They've gotten him to fall for it twice. That would have given him the first down. I mean, you can't blame the coaches for trying, right? Like, that was probably a good thing to try, but Bloomfield, I'm sure all the coaches were like, do not jump on the count.
Well, and that's where you come in as the Aztec offensive coordinator. You say, hey, before you hit your clap to snap the football, give us 2 hard counts, hut 1, hut 2, or whatever that is, really hard counts, and see if you could get Bloomfield to jump off and get the cheap first down that way. And then on the other side, your Bloomfield's coach saying, no matter what they do, keep your eye on the football and do not move until that ball moves.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens as Bloomfield leads this game 14-6 with 6:35 left in the fourth quarter, and they've had the lead the entire game. They've never given it up.
Yeah, and I mean, this once again, we're in a position where this is a huge play for both these teams. Who's gonna win the battle here?
Well, this is passing formation for the Tigers unless they're going to have DiGiacomo run it himself. And nope, they're going to pass it. There's a throw. Intercepted.
I just don't understand that. I'm not sure why that would be the play call for that for fourth down. I would have absolutely put the ball in Keller's hands and let him run it. But once again, folks, that's why we're sitting up here and we're not down there. We don't get to make those calls. But, man, that's just unfortunate for Aztec. I mean, DiGiacomo, I'm going to be honest, he's been struggling all day with that passing game. On a fourth down, I would put the ball in the hands of one of my running backs and see what they could do, or even let DiGiacomo take off with it.
Yeah, let him run. He can run the football for sure. We haven't seen him get a chance to run it today, and you can see his offensive coordinator pull him off the field and said, dude, you got to throw that up higher for our guy. The cornerback had beautiful positioning on that play. We forgot to talk about that a little bit. He was right there and in perfect spot. Here's the sweep to pitch to Pretty Boy to the far side of the field. This time Aztec wraps him up, and he's going to get maybe a gain of 1 as the clock continues to roll. So now after Bloomfield, Steven, you got to burn some time off the clock and stop throwing the ball all over the field. If you're a Bobcat fan, that's what you want to see.
Well, going back to that kickoff, how crucial is it now that he stepped out of bounds? That's big time crucial. You know what I'm saying? And we do this in baseball all the time. It's like the chess match. There's one little error here or there can really cost you.
Well, it is Marsing moving his running back, Pretty Boy, over to the right side of him. Calls for the ball. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to try to turn the corner on the far side of the field.
Up.
Beautiful open field tackle. That was a big play by number 11, Baker. That'll bring up third down for the Bobcats. It's third and long. Third and 10.
Is it Barker or Baker?
I think it's Baker.
There's an R in there, I think. It says Barker on the paper.
B-A-K-E-R?
Is that an R? It's the font on the paper. See, I have right.
Oh,
here.
You're right, Barker. Yep, I missed that.
I'm telling you, this roster is killing me.
Holy moly, forgive me, because I've been calling him Levi Baker.
I know. I've looked at the roster. I was like, we apologize, folks. This roster is extremely difficult to read.
There's the jet sweep again for Bloomfield. Beautiful containment. I mean, that's exactly what you do on that play, Steven. Cross the line,
92.
Handle the business yourself, and that was a big play for the Tigers. This is going to force the Bobcats to punt after the Clark tackle.
I'm trying to Thank you, Riley Clark. Albert's having to reach over and show me where the names are. I cannot find anything on this roster. It's my bad, but thank you for the help. I appreciate it.
You got it. Well, if you're Bloomfield, you kick the ball away from Keller because Keller can make things happen. I think that's the piece that Aztec's missing with not having Olguin in the game.
Yeah.
Here's the punt. No fair catch, and he's going to have an open field to kind of run to the outside, did number 11 in Barker. Excuse me for calling him the wrong name all game. And again, Aztec with excellent field position,
yes.
Stephen, with 4:15 to go now. Don't outthink this. Honestly, get Keller in the backfield and let him do what he does.
I 100% agree. Or if you're going to put DiGiacomo back there, let him run the ball or give it to Gomez and go straight ahead, straight ahead, straight ahead. Just push that ball down the field, force them to stop it, and then maybe it does open up your passing game. They know they don't have to cover on the passing game.
Well, Lucio now the new quarterback in the backfield. High snap again. They're going to throw it.
Oh, no.
That ball's up for grabs. Almost caught by number 32, Keller. But even if he catches that, he's going to get hit immediately for, what, a 2-yard gain? So ball's incomplete, brings up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it's a mystery to me. I'm not sure what the, what the thought process is with the play calling. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure why you're not putting it in the hands of Keller and letting him run the ball. Like, I know he can catch too, but you got to get him the ball. And then they've almost snapped it over Lucio's head a couple of times.
Well, we haven't seen Aztec throw the ball to Sagata yet. That's a high snap again, handoff to Gomez, trying to turn the corner, but nope, the speedster and Jaden Marsing right there to wrap him up. He goes nowhere. He gets, actually, they lose a yard. It goes back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead of 3rd and 9, it's 3rd and 10 right now as the clock continues to roll.
Yeah, I really think you hurt yourself when you throw a pass on your first down and you don't get any yardage out of it. I mean, I would be giving it to the big guy and letting him run the ball.
Well, it's another passing down, certainly. Here's the snap. Aztec throws it up. He's open. He got...
Oh, and it was in his hands.
Caught it, did Keegan Keller, and just dropped it. And that they needed that play so bad, and that's been the difference in today's game, Stephen. Bloomfield has made the plays. When Aztec's had the chance to, they just haven't come up with them.
I'll tell you what, if he catches that, he probably gets into the end zone because the defender was in front of him and running past, and he could have caught that and taken off down the field. But unfortunately, that will fall to the ground for the Aztec Tigers, and that'll bring up 4th and 10. And man, let's see. I'm curious to see what they come up with here.
Well, they're going to have to throw the football, but here's the problem. You're going to have to try to find somebody quickly up the sideline or in the middle of the field, because no doubt about it, Bloomfield knows exactly what's coming, and they're going to drop everybody in deep and say, keep everybody in front of you. I want you guys 10 yards at the very back side of the pylon, or the yard to gain for the first down, and keep everybody in front of you. Let's see if that's what Bloomfield calls, or do they bring the heat? They could also blitz, which they did last time on 4th down.
It looks like that might be happening.
And they blitz, and the ball's loose on the ground, and Bloomfield recovers it. Aztec with a high snap again, and this quarterback is a lot shorter than DiGiacomo, and you have to switch that up with your center again, Stephen. He's got to snap that lower now, and it's been off the mark when Lucio was in there almost every snap.
Well, I mean, now if you're Aztec, you're in a position where you got to make it happen yourself. This defense is going to have to come up with a turnover or an interception. I can't imagine that Bloomfield's going to be throwing the ball, though. They're going to be having to try to rip that ball out of somebody's hands right now.
Well, they need to know where they're at now, because they've got 3 minutes and about 25 seconds to go in the 4th quarter as Bloomfield leads this game 14-6. That's a nice tackle. Having a big game is number 58 in the middle there, Stephen. That's Elwood. He's done great defensively for the Tigers.
Yes, he has.
Number 73 in there as well to clean things up, and that's Waldron, Boomer Waldron, as well in on the tackle.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Bloomfield, I'm just leave the ball in Marsing's hands. Let him freaking run the ball and see what he, because if he breaks free, that's just going to only make it worse for Aztec. They're going to have to just try to bring him down. The clock is running. Got 2:45 left in the game. And Aztec's going to have to come up with something big here.
Well, they must have heard you up here, Stephen, because they're just letting Marsing handle business. And again, they had him dead set back here at the original, or at the line of scrimmage for a loss, or at least getting it back to the line of scrimmage. He rips it away from a number of tacklers and picks up the first down. Yeah,
I mean, if you're Aztec, I'm sending both my linebackers right dead at Marsing and saying, just go get him. You know, because I can't imagine that they're not going to let him run it. And right there, they had him. They got him at the line of scrimmage, and he just powered through and made his way down to the first to pick up the first down.
Well, Bloomfield, if they can continue, they need probably one more first down, and this game's over. There's the jet sweep handoff to number 12. Lost his footing. We're going to have a flag. I'm not even sure what the flag was for, because everything looked pretty clean over here on both sides. So let's see what they call here.
Yeah, I'm curious. I didn't see anything either. So it was a good job by the Aztec defender to turn the ball back up the field, and they were able to get the tackle. He was definitely trying to stretch it to the outside, but those plays, it really is like they run 25 yards to pick up 2.
So they're going to say holding against the Bobcats. And I got to tell you, Bloomfield's player down here had his back turned to us while he was blocking, so we couldn't see it. And I'm assuming that's who they popped as the receiver to the near side here.
It looked like a good block to me.
It did. I couldn't, but it was hard for us to see. So it's first down and 20 now for the Bloomfield Bobcats as they lead this game 14-6 with around 2 minutes left to go in the game. It's Marsing. There's no secret of what. He fumbled it, and it's on the ground. It looked like Aztec jumped on it. Number 60, I think, is there for the recovery.
60 has it. Let's see if they give it to Aztec.
Oh, no, they're saying Bloomfield was down.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I mean, it looked like the Aztec player came up with the ball, but the ref might have said, hey, it's Bloomfield ball, and they just let it go. But that was almost exactly what I was talking about. Aztec needs to do is come up with a turnover, but that's going to bring up second down.
We had somewhat of a scenario for Bloomfield when we couldn't figure out why they gave the penalty to Bloomfield defensively. Aztec scored. I cannot understand how they did not give that fumble to the Aztec Tigers. He had barely been stopped and the ball popped out. It was a live ball, no doubt about it. But hey, again, we keep saying this. We sound like broken records. That's why we're up here and not down there. And Bloomfield still running the clock out, and it's going to bring up their down.
I'm assuming Aztec has no timeouts left either because they're not stopping the clock. 1 minute left on the clock now. The Aztec, if they get the ball back, it's just going to be just a few seconds left. Or maybe they're waiting to call their timeout after this play. Is my guess. They might have one left.
If you go with fourth down, if you can hold them here, then you call a timeout, punt, and then try to get a good return here. If you can stop them here. Here's the motion. Jet sweep is usually what they like to go with. They hand it off to 17, who changed directions, goes all the way to the other side of the field, and it almost looked like he was going to squirt out of there, Steven, but Aztec defense holds him down. I don't see a timeout called, so I think you're right. Aztec's out of timeouts. Oh, wait. Are they saying stop the clock, or what's happening here?
I'm not sure. The clock's still running. I don't know if that's right or not, but...
Well, they don't have to run another play because time's out anyways. So Aztec had to have a timeout to stop the clock there. They don't. Bloomfield knows that. They're going to run the timeout. They don't have to snap the ball again.
The refs are having a conference out there. I don't know what's going on.
And Bloomfield, well, the white hat literally has not blew his whistle and stopped the game of play. So I don't know what they're doing out there.
Well, they're saying the clock. They were just waiting for the. Yeah, they were just waiting for the time to run out.
So they knew Bloomfield did not have to snap the ball, and unfortunately, if you're an Aztec Tiger fan, Bloomfield's going to go on and win this game 14-6. If you're a Bloomfield fan, your Tigers, the varsity team, will invade the #1 team in the state of 4A, or in New Mexico in 4A, and the Bloomfield Bobcats. But what a great game it was here today, Stephen, and I think the tell of the tale here was Bloomfield converted on mistakes from Aztec, and Aztec did not convert on opportunities that they had to push the ball down the field.
Well, you're right. I mean, I just have to give both these teams credit. Their defenses, they played great today. I mean, and if you're Aztec, in my mind, you're thinking about the missed 2-point conversion and that missed touchdown on that kickoff where he steps out of bounds. That right there could be the difference in the game. If you make your 2-point conversion, get that touchdown on the kickoff and make a 2-point conversion there, you're standing on the other side of the fence. But great job by the Bloomfield Bobcats. Marsing led that offense today. He was throwing the ball all over the field. I mean, his receivers were struggling to catch the ball, but I mean, he was putting it on the money. I mean, that kid, you're right. If you're up at the high school and you're the backup quarterback, get to work, because that kid's coming, and he's only a 7th grader, so he's still got another year here to play for the 8th grade team. But fantastic job by both of these teams. And unfortunately, Aztec also lost Allen. He was unable to play after the first part of the game there due to that ankle injury that he has. But man, just a great game. We were so thankful that we got to call this game for all of you out there. We appreciate you tuning in, sending us comments on YouTube. That's a lot of fun, sending Albert comments. And folks, we won't be anywhere this Friday night because Aztec's going to be heading over to Bloomfield. But next week, I believe we will be back here in Aztec. Is that correct, or do you know?
That's right.
Okay.
It will be Grant's next.
Oh, you'll be out of town. But
I'll be gone. But next Friday night, we're back here with Desert Sports Live. So, hey, again, Steven said it. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys are still with us, go on YouTube and follow us.
Please subscribe, yes.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's where we're pushing a lot of stuff. And congratulations to the Bloomfield Bobcats. We want to wish them a safe travel home to their players, their coaches, all their fans. Boy, they got a lot of fans over there that showed up, and so did Aztec. We want to wish everybody a safe trip home. And, man, this game was a lot of fun. It's our first junior high game that we've done. We're looking about doing some more moving forward, but Bloomfield wins this game 14-6 off of a 48-yard touchdown run by Jaden Massing, their quarterback, follow up by a 12-yard touchdown run by number 21, their running back, Pretty Boy. Aztecs number 32, Keegan Keller, got it into the end zone for a 6-yard touchdown, but Bloomfield comes away with the win 14-6. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check us out at desertsportslive.com, on YouTube at @Desert Sports Live. So that's the @Desert Sports Live on YouTube. Subscribe, please. Check us out on Facebook as well as Instagram. For Corey Kitchens on the other side and Jacob Olguin, Stephen Parks, and myself, Albert Velarde, thank you guys for tuning in to Desert Sports Live. We wish everybody a safe trip home. Thanks for rocking out with us. God bless, and we're out.
See you next time.